So yes guys, we're here finally at Kettleness tunnel. This tunnel is the shortest one and a little bit muddy as we get there. 1883 to 1958. 308 metres long, this one.
That lampshade's still there.
Is it? Let's see if we can get a little view in.
Them colours.
Wow. Can you see the colour on here?
Yeah, that's beautiful there.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Right, I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just taking footage from this as we're going in. But at the moment I don't want to put any light on yet because the colouring on this is just amazing. So guys, we're actually in here now. We're in Kettleness tunnel, the smaller one of the two that we'll be going through today. You see right up there, it's pitch black. And back towards the light. Don't go into the light, Neil. So we'll turn this light on actually. Are you about right, Neil?
Yeah.
I'm going to continue walking through, buddy.
So here we are in the first part of the tunnels. This is Kettleness to Sandsend. This area is around 300 metres long and it's on a curve. You've got the little recesses there where someone would stand in the event of a train coming. And all the soot marks on the roof where the steam trains in the early days would have come through. Now, some parts of this tunnel has decayed more than others, but the Sandsend side of it is quite bad, so we're going to enter that one with extreme caution.
I can't tell you folks how long I have been wanting to come through here. It's been a passion of mine, well, for a number of years now. And my good friend Neil, who's behind me, Neil Cook, you'll have heard me mention him quite a lot of times actually. He loves the same thing as me. He's pretty much like we're brothers, to be fair. And Neil is a paranormal medium. I can just imagine years ago the trains rumbling through here. And we'll look back down that way. Fantastic. I mean, considering these are over 130 odd years old, these tunnels, they are in fantastic nick. And I think we're coming up to the point, Midway point. There's an adit that was dug in to the left hand side of us, which got rid of most of the spoil from here. I mean, if we turn this light out, it would be relatively dark. I think that's it, yeah. Can you see? Absolute pitch black darkness. That's because of the curvature. It's only a small curve, but it's enough to send it into darkness. Everything you look at is still in fantastic nick. It really is. Now I do believe that this adit, it could be here. You can still get through, although you would need some blooming big wellies. Yes, here it is, which is pretty much the central point. But you can get through. But we ain't going to go through that today because the amount of rain that we've had over the last couple of days, it would be horrendous. Are you picking anything up in here, Neil?
No, it's completely flat for me.
I mean, all joking to aside, I mean, I know I'm nothing like that, but I feel that too. These are big slabs. Were these cut in situ?
This is what he was talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That side to the left and the other side is part of the bedrock where they've just cut straight through.
That's right, yeah.
And all these cuts here and what the people who mined this brick all cut through. These are all the chisel marks. So from this side right way across to here,
Yeah.
would have been one big seam of limestone to there, and then as they've come through here, cutting the way through to make the tunnel, they've had to physically chip away at this section, and the rest of it they just continue building on top of this amazing architect brickwork.
It's absolutely in fantastic condition, isn't it?
We don't make stuff like this anymore.
No.
And there's very few people on this earth who are still alive who can do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's why you have specialised teams doing the restoration on ministers and churches and things like that, because we just haven't got the trade.
Do you think we've lost the art of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, when you consider that this is, you know, well, it was started construction way back in, well, these tunnels was constructed start in 1879 when North Eastern Railway took over. But I felt a sense of calm and not much at all. If anything, it was just peace.
I mean, everyone who was around who built these tunnels will be long gone now. Limestone is renowned for holding what we call the stone tape theory and absorbing yesteryear, if that makes sense.
Right.
Therefore, it should play back on a loop. If you came to the location which was built on the Pacific Bay and you return back to that grade 100 years later,
Right.
it's said that the energy built into the brick from that period will probably play back itself. What we call, like I said, stone tape theory, it will repeat itself like a famous battle.
So is this pretty much what we were talking about before?
Yeah, we went down to a famous battle in Taunton, and on the exact day, 554 years later, we walked around that field and felt the energy of the battle where 88,000 people died in the first hour. I think a total of 200,000 people died in one day on this field, where the Yorkshiremen fought the Lancashires.
So the energy that you must have felt must have been overwhelming.
It was. There was the residual energy playing, just like your VHS cassette, over and over of what was going on. And then the intelligent spirit, the energy of the trauma.
What does the energy feel like to the layman? You know, how does it make you feel when you feel that energy?
A medium will often say that when connecting to spirit, they will actually be given the feeling. So for me to explain your granddad and how he was prior to death, I would probably tell you from the symptoms given to me what he probably passed her.
Right.
Whether it was a chest condition or being
Yeah.
an amputee of something or even something else, right down to someone being drowned.
Right.
Then you'll get that feeling put on you.
Right.
So when you're walking in a field where 200,000 people died and the rivers ran red.
Would it be hard to make sense of any one?
No, because you try and work with the strongest energy,
Right.
and then tune into that,
Right.
And with the help of how I do it, then
Yeah.
obviously I would connect to the individual.
Right.
But sometimes you may not be looking to connect to
No.
an individual, but they will be with you, and they'll keep with you. And we had some amazing pictures from that night. One of them was believed to be a horseman who was following us
Right.
around the field, which we've still got.
There's a lovely light coming through, shining on you. Yeah.
It's let's just say it's angelic. However, it's the wet July sky, and it's wetter out there than it was at that end.
Yeah.
So as soon as you step out here, the bubble bursts. That's been taken down.
It has been taken down, yeah.
Which means it could be the case when we get to the other end as well.
Well, let's hope so.
Let me just get this.
So we were approaching the entrance to the longest tunnel, the Sandsend tunnel, Neil. Now we see those tracks that were put in to support this. This front of this was actually crumbling before the line shut.
Really?
Hence why they actually.
Why it did shut, didn't it?
Well, it did shut, but a couple of years before that,
Yeah.
these were put in because the front on the left-hand side here was falling away.
Right.
So they shored them up with this, and it ran till 1950, the next couple of years, and then it shut again.
And didn't they say that this section of the tunnel was artificially covered where the original goes into the bedrock?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, buddy, you're not going to have to do any climbing. They've taken the door.
No, you're going to have to do any lift. Is it open?
Yeah.
Was it open last time? It
No.
wasn't.
No. Now, just one of the reasons why I'm thinking, I'm just going to turn this around and point this at you.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why I'm thinking that this is happening is because they are thinking about reopening these as cycle routes and walking routes.
I don't think they will.
Well, I don't think, because inside here the structure has got lots of collapses. So the collapses must be further on now.
Yeah.
Can you see here, Neil?
Let me just get my night vision.
Right, I'm just going to come back here, because what you're seeing here is a sandstone being pushed out, and this wall is bulging out. Don't know whether you can make that out, but we'll go in nice and close. But you can see. Can you see that, Neil?
Yeah, I've got it nice and clear.
The whole of this right down here is bulging. So at some point that is going to push in. Now this is over 1,600 yards long, so it's quite a large tunnel. And we're bulging in again here at this point here.
I came through this tunnel in around 2010, 2011, and it was pretty much in very good shape. Now, as Paul said, the walls of the tunnel are starting to expand and bulge. There's a keystone up here in the roof which is hanging down, and if that goes, then anyone who understands the laws of physics once that keystone moves from the centre, everything else is supported on it. So I'm going to show you that up here just now. There has been some repairs on this location, but we're talking a long time ago, nothing modern. Scarborough and Whitby Borough Council, which is the district we're in, are looking to possibly open this up as a cycle route connecting the railway track, or the old railway track, all the way from East Cleveland and Middlesbrough right away through to North Yorkshire and beyond. That would be awesome. But if anyone's been to the Grinkle tunnels, the old tunnels there, they would know that they've had to be reinforced with iron girders just to support it while they're working it. So it's going to need a lot of restoration, and we're talking a mile long in length.
Now this has got 5 air shafts, 3 vertical air shafts and 2 adits out to the left as we're walking now, which where they got rid of all the spoil. And just down here there's the old drains filled with old cans. Yeah, you do get a different feeling in this tunnel. I remember the last tunnel we were walking, it's pouring in from up there. The last tunnel we were walking had a sense of calm. This has a different aura about it. Whether it's because it's a longer tunnel, I don't know. Maybe because, again, the walls are bulging, there is collapses in here. It's longer. Let's just turn around and you can see Neil back there in the distance walking, doing his own thing. Neil very kindly lent me this light that I'm using, and as you can see it does now light up this tunnel good enough to make a video. And I'm only in a t-shirt, but inside here it is quite warm. So here is one of the collapses, unless this is someone chucking down. Nice, very much seems like it's a collapse from the top. There's a lot of water coming down from here. Let me just get this sorted. There. Yes, it's absolutely pouring. I'm actually getting very wet. Yes, it isn't worth but that is one of the old air shafts. There. And as you can see, there's been a little bit of a collapse in here. Now I don't know whether you can see this. Can you see what it looks like? There's a lot more soot at this end, Neil. Soot on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, this is where it's higher radiation just to get up the incline water.
Well, that's right, yeah. Yeah, because you can. I can tell. I mean, I hope the camera picks it up, but even coming into this tunnel now, we are...
Yeah.
Well, if I was walking to you, I'd be walking uphill. Wow, it does, doesn't it? I'll have to use my own torch and give the other light a little bit of a rest. There's another collapse here, Neil.
No, this is part of the shaft, the air shaft.
The air shaft, yeah, one of the 3 air shafts that are in here. Yeah, it's not likely that...
We should have the main one of the spoil shaft on the left hand side as well.
Yeah. You mean this one here, yeah.
Is it this one?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Oops. Good job I've got waterproof. Ow! Be a good photo, that.
Yeah.
Be careful of that. Yeah. There's still a long way to go, Neil.
Just keep going if you come to the bottom.
Oh, I'm always comfortable, buddy.
There's a large sponge on the left hand side coming up, isn't it?
It's only because I've been turned sideways. Watch here again. Oh, is that where it was? It's where my mum used to drag me in.
Oh, this is that wall bump, isn't it? Gonna get away from that.
Oh, it is, yeah. Whoa, man.
What? Was that noise?
Did you hear the noise?
Yeah, there's no camera fire, but there's no
It was... yeah.
It's when you get cloud dust coming down, actually. Oh, it's really wet here. That's not even working now. There's a boom, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think there could be.
People walked up.
Yeah.
This is collapsed. Oh, look at that. That was like that last time.
Oh. Do you know what that's with? The wetness of the wall, it's knacking the bricks in, innit?
Yeah, but the walk past this, that wasn't like that, eh?
I know.
And there's another big collapse there. Oh, the roof's come off, look.
Let's have a look.
I think this is where they called it a DNA.
What is rattling down there? Can you hear it?
Yeah. It's a dog. All that wall's down there been
A massive section of that's come down there, like. Yeah, I think we're going to have to call it here. I think, and as we've just come through here, we have heard a bit of a clatter, haven't we?
which means our roof back could be hampered as well.
Yeah, so
That's brand new. That's in the last, since the last video we saw, I think.
well, folks, I'm going to turn this camera off because I'm going to make my way safely back up to the entrance to the tunnel where we came in, and I want to do it without filming so I can concentrate on where I'm walking. I'll bring you back when we're at the end. Have you enjoyed it, buddy?
I have. It's been an experience and a half. It's always out for anything like this, being outdoors, exploring near mines, caves, tunnels.
Well, hopefully this is the start of many, because I'm very interested in finding stuff like this. And you do find stuff like this by watching YouTube and urban exploration channels and that, don't you?
Yes, you do, yeah.
And we passed a building on the way in here, didn't we?
Yeah,
Which was a bit derelict, so I'm always interested to go and have a look at these things. And maybe in some respects those places will carry with them some residual energy.
Absolutely. You have to remember, people have lived in these buildings for a long, long time.
That's it.
They've been some of the older buildings. I mean, the house I was born in was 70-year-old when I was born. So you can imagine.
So in itself, it's got a lot of history, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's everything has. I mean, from this old train track where you're walking along here, right away down to the homes we live in. A lot of things happen in our homes. You always hear someone say, I walk in a room, you can cut the energy with a knife.
That's right,
that
you
is
can.
Energy. It's the atmosphere is the energy, isn't it?
That explains something to me then. So that is exactly what it is. It's the energy, residual energy.
Yeah, we always say atmosphere, but
Yeah.
you have to remember.
Because many a time I've walked in a room and said, God, you can cut the atmosphere in here with a knife.
The universe is said to be made out of energy, two atoms exploding and creating
That's correct, yeah.
everything within it. And everything from the gimbal you're holding to this mobile phone is all made out of a material which is energy. And if energy cannot be created or destroyed, then it has to live on in whichever matter it does. Whether it's the atmosphere of a room, look at the cliffs there in Whitby right off in the distance.
Let's just pan around.
That on that. Even the caravan park right on the edge of the cliff.
God, this is good.
See if I can get it.
You'll definitely get it. It's a beautiful place, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, this for me is a personal goal. I've never actually been in here before.
No.
So Neil, it's been a pleasure having you along.
It has.
And hopefully we'll do this again.
We certainly will.
Yeah. So I'm going to say goodbye because I'm going to enjoy the walk and a bit of a chinwag with Neil again on the way back to the car.
Yeah, and looking at that bath down there, I think we need to get in it and have a good clean up. It's still got a ball cock in, so it won't overflow.
No, exactly. Well, it might do if I get it.
I'm going first. I've seen the bath right after you.
Well, thanks again, Neil. Really appreciate this.
Thank you.